Welcome to Darian Donju Art. This is the very first view of my all-new Darian Donju Art channel, where I take you with me on my journey to become a highly proficient visual artist. I'm Darian Donju, and I'm at a turning point in my life where I'm switching careers. Leaving my IT career behind and committing to full time to art and creativity. For me, it's a pretty big deal, and I'm starting at the bottom of a new industry. But I think there are a lot of other people who are also interested in a similar journey to become highly proficient visual artists, whether that be, storyboarding, concept art, character design, or, design for games. All of those things are based on art and, essentially digital art now in the world that we're in. So that's what this channel will focus on, is digital art. I'm going to be posting a sketch daily. And part of that is because I feel like with the commitment to what I want to achieve at the level that I want to achieve it, whether that might be considered ambitious or not, I feel like the only way to do that successfully is to commit on a daily basis to producing work and to practicing, right? To focused practice. Intentional practice, right, as they say. And it's kind of like they talk about the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hour rule, and I do believe it takes he's probably right. It takes 10,000 hours to become an expert, but I feel like I will already be fulfilled once I'm proficient. So I forgot the name of the other author, but there's another author who's come out with like a counter kind of story around that, which is that all it takes is, did he say 20 hours or something to become pretty good at something? Well, I guess I fall somewhere in the middle, right? The motivation for me is I want to be able to have a total freedom of creative expression. And art is one of the areas where I feel like I'm not, I don't have that ability to express kind of the ideas that are in my head fluently. So that's really what I'm looking for, is I want to be able to fluently communicate many of the ideas in my head. It doesn't mean they have to be perfect. It doesn't mean it has to be necessarily award winning or anything like that, but just the idea that I can communicate to others effectively, just visual concepts that are in my head, that would make me happy. And it's like something that, it's actually to the point that I would be unhappy if I'm not able to do that. So just a little bit about me. I am a writer and director. Like I said, my full-time gig has been IT, so the movies that I've written and directed have all been on the side of my work. You're finding weekends, you're finding, days off, evenings, sometimes shooting through the night to get these films done. But I've been pretty successful with those films in that I've had short films that have won awards. I've been accepted to a number of festivals. I've been lucky enough to work with some very talented people here in my home base of Atlanta, which is a pretty large film industry. And so I just feel like I've been very, very fortunate as a writer, director, and shooting many of my own projects as a cinematographer as well. So, but the kinds of stories that I tell, my preferred genre is science fiction. And so, when you're in that kind of space where you're communicating things that aren't necessarily already existent around us in our natural environments, then that's where visual expression through art becomes it's not just a nice to have, it becomes actually a necessity in order to be able to communicate these visual concepts that we want to put into a movie, and create these worlds, build these worlds and characters that are just these fantastical concepts, and everything. You think about some of my favorite movies like Inception or The Matrix. These are worlds that did not exist, but they were brought to life on screen. And that would not have been possible without the skills of a number of talented visual artists. Right? So that's really, for me, it's the storytelling that really drives me, and it's these ideas in my head that I have to communicate to people, which is why for me it's no longer it's no longer okay to just kind of do this part-time, kind of on the side. That being said, my background should hopefully help a little bit, because I do develop and design websites, and I've done it for a lot of the top Fortune 500 companies, but very highly visual projects that so I'm not a stranger to Photoshop, although the things and the tools that I'm going to be using in Photoshop a lot of them are completely different than what I would necessarily use as designing a website. But at least as far as like approaching it with layers and things like that is not a new thing for me. And then I have always done art as a hobby on the side. So really nothing that is at any level that I would say that I'm not really coming into this with any significant background to speak of. So I just want to give you kind of like the full disclosure on kind of where I'm coming from, because the site, this channel, Darian Donju Art, and please definitely hit subscribe and follow if you think this is a journey that could be inspiring to you or helpful to you to kind of see as I'm going along, right? That's part of the thing, is to share the real journey. Not I'm not starting this channel as like already a super successful artist who's making these amazing sketches and was already able to just generate these hot model quality characters and women, or these incredible robots or environments and cars just beautifully rendered. I'm not great at any of that yet, but I do want to be. And so this channel, I'm hoping, can share that process with you along the way as I experience it, and hopefully as you're experiencing it too. So if you see things that I'm doing that I could be doing better, please leave a comment. Give me tips and things that are helpful to you that would accelerate my journey. As you see me doing weird things with trying to figure out the skin tone, as you see on the screen, and and probably using the wrong brushes to blend and things like that, which I don't know how to do all that well yet. Please leave me those tips and point me to links and things that would help. Likewise, if you see me something that I've done that I've learned while I'm getting better at this, that you want to find out, how am I doing that, or how did I learn that, or what is it that I'm doing there? Ask me the questions. I want this to be a shared journey. I know there are a lot of people who would love to be great at art, and so this is just going to be kind of a journey that we take together, going that way. And I'm just going to be showing you exactly how it is, as ugly as some of these pieces might be, or as slow and as clumsy that I might look in the way I kind of navigate Photoshop and get around and things like that. I don't mind if that's helping share. I know that's what we all go through to get there, right? I'll be posting sketches daily, so you can expect to come back here and have fresh content every single day. And with any luck, I'll hopefully be getting better on most of those days. But even when I do stumble and fall back, your words of encouragement are certainly welcome, as well as share your journeys as well, and anything that you've been through that you kind of see reflected here, or anything like that, just to help out. There are a lot of people who would love to be great at art. So I'm just hoping this channel will be a great way for people to see what the real journey is like, how realistic is it to be able to do that, and how quickly can you improve, because I definitely want to get a lot better at this, and I'm going to share the whole experience with you. So please feel free to subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video.